Okay, well, let's just open it up. If anybody has anything they want to say, ask, reflect on, deepen into, it's really anything's on the table. If any of the presenters want to say anything more.
Yeah, so I just wanted to thank everybody, everyone who presented, everyone who's here. I just felt love towards everyone and from everyone. And just thought everyone was so beautiful. Like you're talking and I'm like, oh my God, they're so beautiful. So thank you. I wanted to acknowledge you, Isla. You know, when like the recordings were happening and I could start to sense just a tiny little bit of like fluster. I'm on the spot, you know, I should have it all together. And just acknowledging you for, you know, seeing that or noticing and dropping in deeper, you know, finding your own creative solutions, getting into wisdom. And yeah, that was just really beautiful, and really acknowledge you for your, you know, deepening, and also for putting it together with everyone for such a beautiful cause. So thank you.
Thank you, Kenra. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for being here. You were saying they're so beautiful, and I was saying you're so beautiful. Thank you. Yeah. Mm. Yeah, Mark. Yeah.
Yeah, this has just really been an incredible experience to just witness. I feel so privileged to just be in the company of such um, these individuals that have gathered here today that are just conduits of such beautiful knowledge and sharing and wisdom. Um, you know, the giving is just so moving to me. Um, yeah, my heart is just filled with so much gratitude. It's very difficult for me to convey the level of what I feel.
Yeah, thank you, Mark. And I really acknowledge you too. I really loved hearing Shannon share this morning about you and just the path you're on. It's like you're in it together. And I can feel in all of the videos and all the messages and the emails just this like radiance in you and this loving and this, it's like a steadfast. I don't know that word steadfast. Mary Holnick at USM always used to use that word, being steadfast, and you're loving, and I think it describes how I feel when I'm watching you. I just acknowledge your service. Jump in.
I wanted to acknowledge Shannon for you know, his participation in all of life. And I wanted to acknowledge him for his willingness to receive, to open his heart and be supported. You know, us as individuals, I'm going to do that. You know, we love being self-reliant, you know, doing for ourselves. And there are moments in life that we need support. And then we need to humble, you know, that sense of self. So I just wanted to really, really acknowledge Shannon for being willing to be loved, to receive.
Thank you, Kinneret. Yeah, I mean, if anybody wants to share just how this day was for you and anything you heard that felt nice, I love hearing insights. I get to like grab them for my own whenever I hear them shared. You can share anything. It's lovely to be here. Yeah, Ellen.
Yes, I just want to acknowledge and thank everyone. And Kinneret, as you were sharing, it occurred to me like I keep on getting glimpses of receiving as the ultimate is the ultimate healing. Like if source, God, divine mind is the healer, which the way I see it, then opening up to receiving on all levels from whoever
Yeah.
is such an
Who's
important
talking?
is such an important part of the healing journey. So um
Mm.
it's definitely been I remember many years ago, my husband said to me, you know, you're always giving, you're always giving. And you're always telling people like how much you love giving. And receiving is the gift, sharing that gift with someone else to give. So I just wanted to put that in our pool of giving and receiving and loving.
Thank you, Ellen. Yeah. Yeah, go ahead.
I just, well, I wanted to acknowledge Ellen. Linda and I were driving from Minnesota just probably a week or 10 days ago, and we stopped off and had a wonderful evening. And actually, we had 25 or 30 people, I think, for a little presentation. It was really beautiful. But I also wanted to acknowledge Shannon, and I wanted to acknowledge Angus and Rohini, because it was 15 months or so ago that I contacted Angus and I said, do you know of anyone that could help us technically with this program? And that's how I met Shannon, and Shannon came out and then he talked to me about Amy, his work with Amy, and he came out to Des Moines, and I thought, wow, what a special person this is. What a special person. And we've developed a friendship over a very short period of time that I'm sure he does with anyone, because he's so present. He's so, there was back in the 60s, there was this, it was kind of a hippie song. If you can't be with the one you love, love the one you're with. Well, it had all kinds of sexual connotations and everything else, but Shannon embodies that at a spiritual level, because he loves the one he's with. He's present. His presence is so powerful. And I just want to acknowledge Shannon and acknowledge Angus and Rohini for referring me to him, because it's been a gift in my life. And I'm glad to be able to give back a little bit today.
Thank you. Well, we could do a classic George Pransky move and say, why don't we quit while we're ahead? I'm not in any rush, but I also feel like, I don't know, this was a really full, lovely day. Yeah, I mean, maybe we'll just do a little last call if anybody has anything they want to share. I'm just so grateful. Johnny, to just speak to you, your comment about deciding to do this. I had the same conversation with myself when I had the inspiration to do it, I was like, really? No, no way can I. And it was just kind of that same process of, I'm just gonna listen and let my mind flip out a little and just see and take the next step. And it was just like one little step. But I feel like part of what ooh, I just got emotional. Part of what just feels really good to me being a human, part of that is answering calls to serve, like kind of no matter what, no matter the inconvenience or the whatever it is, and even the idea with Shannon, I had a feeling at one point of like, I wonder how much he needs. Like I don't know. I had this inspiration of like, I could do it. And then this other feeling was like, I want to do it better than my initial like amped up thinking. Like, let me slow down and tune in and feel like, how could I support him and myself and maybe way more people, and do it in a, I remember once hearing Dickon Bettinger, like when something's really important, he just takes it off his mind. It's like, it's too important for me to think about. It's way too, I have to get it off my mind. And I kind of did that with this. That was like, there's something here. Let me get it off my mind and see what comes in. And what came in was a really cool collaboration, would be amazing. And there's so many people that love Shannon, and Shannon has supported so many people. So it's been a really cool unfolding, but just again, like on topic, listening to the wisdom has been the guide, and listening to the inspiration. And I know that with toddlers and infants and a 7-year-old, the feeling of, or the knowing that, what is it? Wholeheartedness is the antidote to exhaustion. Not more sleep. Wholeheartedness is the antidote for exhaustion. That inspires me and guides me for sure. So thank you for being here and answering the call as well. It wouldn't be happening without you here. So thank you. Yeah, go ahead.
I just had one more thing that I want to, Rohini, when you talked about realizing the value of being rested, I think that's something that that is underestimated, and I think we get caught up sometimes in. For myself, I mean, even when I was younger, for every 10% that I wasn't rested, life was 35 to 40% harder to me. So the idea, and 2 years ago, in 2022, we did 4 weekends in each of the 3 Scandinavian countries and then one in the UK. And it came to me during that time because I was just realizing myself the importance for me of being rested. And every time I spoke that, there was at least 4 people in the audience that tears started streaming down their face. And these are sometimes people that had been in the 3 Principles community for 6, 8, 10 years. And that hit that place of truth. My God, I haven't been taking care of myself. And to me, there's times when we have to go without sleep, but anytime that we can stay rested, I think it's important to give that value, because we can only give what we have. And I just want to acknowledge what you said. And Isla, I want to, all of us, maybe we can, I just want to acknowledge what you've done today and what you've done many hours before today. And I want to acknowledge, I don't know if you feel comfortable. Tell me again the name of your little girl that isn't. What was her?
Rowan.
Rowan, because I felt Rowan hear today from your first sharing, the power of that personal sharing from where you shared it in your heart, to me, set the tone for the whole day. And I felt Rowan was with us all day today. So,
Thank you.
with your other 3 beautiful children.
Rowan's grandma is on the line too. It's here. Marcia. Thank you.
Mhm.
All right. Oh yeah, please, Jenna.
I just wanted to come on and say thank you to everyone today. I mean, I know Shannon from CFJ Coaching School, and he has supported me so beautifully because a lot of times, sorry, I'm going to get emotional as well. I couldn't be there live. So having the experience of being at the school through Zoom, he made that seamless. He, you know, I think someone said this earlier and I'm like, yes, that's it. I've never really thought about it this way, but the energy that he brings into the space, even though his face isn't present on the Zoom, just knowing that everything he's doing is providing this beautiful experience for us to learn and grow. And when I saw this, I was actually overseas when I signed up for this. And I remember I was riding in a taxi in Istanbul. We were exhausted. And I was like, whatever this is, I don't know what it is. I'm signing up for it. And I want to really say, like, I came here today not really knowing what this really was going to be, besides I knew a profound experience. And I would say I'm in infancy of my spiritual journey. And so this was so beautiful to be part of. And there was a lot of judgment inside of myself early on about maybe not understanding 3P. You know, there was a lot of stuff like, oh, I'm not going to get this. And that has subsided for me being here today. And so I just want to thank all of you for, first of all, leading, holding space, and just creating this beautiful place where anyone in their journey can come and take part. And so I thank each and every one of you. I'm so happy that I was able to be here for most of today. I did take a little break here and there to kiss the kids on the head and check in on them and see how they're doing. But it was just lovely to be here. So thank you for all of the contributions. I thank Shannon for being the link between all of us, and for his beautiful journey bringing us all here together, and Ayla for everything you did here today. I really felt called. I had my hand on the raise hand button because I knew I was going to cry, and I'm like, I don't want to come on here and cry. But I really felt called to share. So thank you for the space. Thank you for the time. Thank you to everyone.
Thank you, Jenna. It's such a perfect example of listening, listening to your own wisdom. All of that, from being in the cab to hitting the button. Hit the button. Thank you for sharing. I'm excited that you get to have a one-on-one with Rohini. I mean, you're in great hands. Wow. All right. I was thinking maybe I would do a little prayer to complete if and when we're ready. Yeah, okay. All right. Okay. Ooh, this is gonna be good, Angus. Hey, John Ruby. Okay.
Just say
Alright.
one thing,
Oh,
Jen, I wanted to
please.
reflect back to you. I love being a spiritual infant. For me, being a spiritual infant is the only way to travel. Because
Mm.
I think like an infant, everything seems kind of like I have this sense of wonder. If I have a sense of wonder about spirituality, that's how we play the game of life. So I think it's a beautiful thing to be a spiritual infant. I would imagine we would probably all see ourselves that way. We're just scratching the surface.
Oh, yeah. Kirk, is there anything else you want to say? Now I'm calling on people. I'm going crazy.
You know, so I guess I want to express something to Shannon. It just became aware in this last hour or so. The real gift, at least he brings me, and some others might relate to this, which is, you know, my wife and I, we have a term for these 3 or 4 people we know in the world who are just like, wow, like not a cell of any kind of ill. We call them the unicorns, right? So it's like, and Shannon is in that group for us. We call him the unicorn, you know, because just unbridled positivity and love and and just in this last hour, I imagine like saying that to him, and I think he may have even said this to you once. You know, well, you can always claim the positive projection, Kirk.
Mm.
Right? He said that, and today it's like hearing it, like I think maybe others can relate to this, but I think he's showing me what's available to me in this life. That kind of just connection and unbridled loving, and wow, like what a gift, like what a gift, like isn't that the ultimate gift that someone can give another person, to reflect that back to them, you know? So um wow, Shannon, I'm so grateful to you. I love you. I'm glad you're in my life because I need those kinds of reflections every day.
Mm. Thank you. Mm. Okay. Anything else? Okay. All right. I'll do a prayer. So, Father, Mother, Infinite Spirit, again, calling ourselves forward into your light, into your love, knowing that it's already here, that we're just tuning more consciously, more fully into it right now at this time. We're just asking for a deepening of our awareness of ourselves as divine beings having this human experience. We're asking for, and we're willing to receive all the love and all the healing and all the grace that's around us, that's within us, that's moving through us. And we're just grateful to know that Shannon is healthy and whole and complete, alive, full of vibrancy, full of service, full of joy. That every single cell in his body is healthy and well, is whole, is working in harmony with every other cell. We're grateful to know this for him and for ourselves, for each one here. And we're grateful to know that our lives are on purpose and that we're right on time. And we're grateful for all the ways that we can show up and serve ourselves, each other, our clients, our friends, our family, knowing that every act of service elevates the consciousness of the whole world and beyond. We're grateful to be participating in the unfolding of love, of creativity, of joy on the earth at this time, being beacons of light for ourselves and each other. And I just ask that we all feel the truth of who we are, infinite beings of light, creative and whole. And that we rest in this, knowing that we're supported, we're guided, that wisdom is at hand in every single moment, that we're never alone, that we're infinitely sourced. And so it is.
So it is.
Right. Thank you all. Feel free and share this recording with anybody that you'd like to. I'll send it out in a day or so. Yeah, thank you all. All right.
Thank you, Isla.
Yeah,
Thanks,
there.
everybody.
Bye, everyone.
Lots of love.
Thank you, Isla.
Thank you, Isla. Lots of love.